G'day there, mates. My name is Mr. Magilla-cutti, and welcome back once again to my channel. Today, I'll be presenting to you guys a brand new story. This here is Darksiders 3, the third installment in the Darksiders universe. And this one is once again a prequel to the first Darksiders game. This time, we have already saw the stories of war and death. This time, we will be following the story of the youngest of the four horsemen, Ciri. I can't remember who else she's supposed to be depicted as in the actual lore mythology of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, not the game universe here. But anyway, again, Ciri is the youngest of the four, two, the only female of the four, and has an even more shorter fuse than the rest of her brethren. She's impatient and practical, charges in without thinking, and reckless. Pretty much suits it down to a T. Now, I will be doing a full Let's Play of the game, including finding all the collectibles, if I can find them, and unlike the other two, this game has different endings depending on how far you progress with the story. I will be getting the true ending to the game here. As for the other endings, you might have to look up someone else to do that. But anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's start. So, new game. Now, another thing I should mention here that is... Shut up. Darksiders 3 plays a lot like the Dark Souls games, so... And I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in Star Wars too. But, unlike Star Wars, you do have a level system here, and you have to spend currency in order to level yourself up. And to upgrade your weapons, unlike the last time where you get new ones, you have to find certain minerals to get it. I'll be going over that once we get in there. But, so, yeah, start a new game. Oh yeah, I will be doing this on normal mode because I tried this on apocalyptic before, and oh my god, that was more difficult. Okay, combat mode, just default. Enable nightmare mode? No. I don't even know what nightmare mode is.
Why did the Creator construct a universe teeming with imperfection, misery, sin? Among the scholars of both heaven and hell, this query is known as the riddle of sorrows. If sin is itself a part of the grand design, is not sin then, by definition, divine? A question for the sages. The one particularly restless bunch kept a robust relationship to the topic. The Nephilim. Spawn of angels and demons. Warriors, relentless, unstoppable, blood-mad. Until they were betrayed by four of their own. War, death, fury, and strife. The four horsemen of the apocalypse. Inconceivable power was bestowed upon the traitors by those sworn to maintain symmetry twixt order and chaos. The Charred Council. Bear witness as the Council holds court to end the Nephilim War in the name of balance. This is the new pact. War, bringer of worldwide fire. You are the juggernaut of all pain. Death, dark soul of eternity. You are the deepest decay. You are anti-life. Strife. Endless spirit of timeless unrest. You are all that is unsettled in the hearts of that which lives and breathes. And finally, fury. Terrible engine of rage. You are the machine that...
Are we to waste our time on ceremony, or are we to fight?
Step forward and recognize, Horsemen. You are the most impatient of your kin. The least predictable, dancing on the edge of your own reality. Your brothers understand the undertaking set before them. But do you?
Still talking! Shall I have Death fetch us some tea, or can we get on with it?
Fury, your role in this story is yet to be written. I wonder, will you light the flame of creation anew? Or stomp out the embers for good?
Dreams more thrilling than reality. Had I known the new pact would be so exciting, I would have let walls separate my head from my neck then and there. Is it possible to die of boredom? Rampage. Bored as I am, perhaps you're just lazy. If I didn't love you so much, I'd kill you just for something to do. The call? Finally. Please, please, please tell me you're a planet of demons that needs slaying. Or two. War. What pathetic fate have you brought upon yourself, brother?
Watch your tongue.
I may be least favored of all the horsemen, but my tongue never found me chained to a rock like some dog.
Fury, approach us.
I take it there is a mess that needs tending to.
Though you jest, you speak true. War has broken his vows to this council, and shattered the seventh seal.
The apocalypse. Why would he...
We know not. Yet. As we speak, Earth falls beneath the spears of heaven and the hammers of hell.
So the horsemen are to ride.
No. While the Charred Council seeks to understand how and why the traitor war has committed this abominable act, there is a matter that requires delicate attention.
You should have called Strife. He's the delicate one.
The 7 deadly sins have been released, by whom we cannot say, but the 7 roam the earth, free of our prison. The balance between order and chaos is already in jeopardy. The 7 cannot be left unchecked. War is in chains. Death is missing. Strife attends to other matters. The last time you faced the sins, it required all 4 of you.
I can handle those fools in my sleep. But when this task is complete, I demand that you grant me my rightful place leading the Horsemen.
If you would trade obedience for a title, so be it. But never make a demand upon us, Horsemen. You depart immediately.
Greetings, Miss Fury. I must admit, this is a fortuitous fate.
A watcher? You doubt my allegiance?
Please, be not cross. I am such an admirer. Scratch that. I'm a fan. You are the Horseman. The only one that matters.
Enough! I will allow you to accompany me. Just stay out of my way.
I will be as unto a shadow. Steadfast. Silent.
More silence!
Go! Seek out the place called Haven. Your quest for the Seven Deadly begins there.
Fury, wait. Whatever has passed between us, search your heart. You cannot believe I am guilty of these crimes. Something is wrong with the universe. Be vigilant, Fury. Forces conspire against us. Heed my words!
That was quite a start to the story. Alrighty, came right in once again, like Wall did on a comment. Now, at the beginning there, the story that was told, the Riddle of Sorrows, I don't know what it's really about, but basically we got an introduction of how the Horsemen swore their allegiance to the Charred Council, which is adding more onto the lore of the game's universe here, which is good. Now Fury here, as you see, she's impatient, reckless, and everything else in between. Now again, this game plays much like Dark Souls. So we've got our square attack here. Soul Lurchers. Fallen enemies will release Soul Lurchers upon death. Blue Lurchers act as currency, green Lurchers replenish your Nephilim's respite, and yellow Lurcher steals your wrath bar. Now the weapon Fury is using is called the if I can find it, the Barbs of Scorn. Scorn, the hilt that Fury carries with her at all times, forged long ago by the Mad Smith. We already know who that is from number 2. Scorn adapts to Fury's will with each of her forms. That is a different mechanic we'll be getting into later on in the game. The preferred form of Scorn is a bladed whip that Fury wields with quick, devastating precision. Yeah. Okay, we can hold L2 to focus on a single enemy and use the right stick to sock through them. Press R1 to dodge. Dodge at the right time you dodge to avoid damage. Now the thing about Fury is, unlike her brothers, she's not really much of a built for the strength department, and this is not me being saying all women are weak or anything like that, because she makes up to with relentlessness. But however, she focuses more.
We're close to one of the 7. I just know it. I hope it's not envy. That one's a terror.
As I was saying, she makes up with her relentlessness, but sadly, she can't take too many hits like War and Death can. So she has to rely on her nimbleness, which I think Death pretty much trained her for. Okay. Small healing shard. Now, I remember when they released the game, they said that combat will be handled differently. But again, she can't take hits too much because she's not as durable as War and her brother's War and Death. Sorry. Okay, while jumping, press square to use your whip as a use a whip as a to swing with the whip. Sorry, I'm just babbling on here. Sorry. Now, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, this is where you can access your items. We've got a small healing shard and the Nephilim's Respite. Now, this is an item that was crafted to by Death using his knowledge of alchemy. Because he does worry about it, just because of her recklessness. Now, this is very much like the items that were used in Dark Souls. It restores your health, and unlike other items, you gain it refills back up once you rest at certain locations. Sorry if I'm just rambling on with too much info, guys, but it is what it is.
Haven. A haven for what? Vermin?
Humans, mistress.
Adorable. Build a house of sticks during the end of the world. Where exactly do we go from here, Watcher?
I know not but what the Council commands, mistress. The quest for the Seven begins here.
Envy.
Mine! Humans, haven, everything here! Mine! Move on, horsemen, or ye be mine too!
I'm on a mission.
Protecting humans? Humans think creation favors them. They are apes, crawling through dirt.
Quite the grudge you're carrying.
What they have, I will take. When they have nothing left, they will be my playthings until they break. You cannot stop me!
Oh, I don't want to. Humanity is tragically overrated. I am not here for them. I'm all yours.
No!
Ooh, okay. Now, there's such thing as perfect dodge in this game here, as you see. When the animation time slows down, that means I performed the perfect dodge. Ow. Okay, that was a wrath attack. Okay, Nephilim's Respite. Press up on the directional pad to replenish health when Nephilim's Respite is your active consumable. It will refill itself by absorbing green soul lurchers from fallen enemies. Press down to quick select the Nephilim's Respite if it's not your active consumable. Good to know. Yeesh! Press F again to extend your jump. Already know that. Okay, let's get up to her before she finishes that attack. We have to wait for the cursor to appear before we can actually swing across. Now, Fury's weapon has a lot more reach than that of her brother's. Ow! Ah, sugar. Thought I timed that right. Yep, press square to execute a an arcane counter after a well-timed dodge. Now, Envy here, she definitely reminds me of a witch, calculating everything. Over here. Now, the idea of someone thinking that everything belongs to them, that is definitely envy. They envy what they have and believe it belongs to them, and all such other things. I don't really read too much into the subject, but... Sugar! Okay, so I can't dodge the shock waves.
Pretty. Come and get it.
Ah, that's mine!
Mistress, not to be a bother, but weren't you supposed to catch Envy?
I did. This talisman.
It's a vessel. Envy used it to hold energies from the rest of the Seven.
It will make a fitting prison for the others once their physical forms have been broken.
If I may, there is a sort of hum emanating from the talisman. That glow.
Will indicate when one of the Seven is nearby. I know.
So wise. You are all that the Council promised, Mistress.
I'm beginning to enjoy the sound of your voice, Watcher.
The Talisman of Sin. The Talisman of Sin will guide you to the set deadly sins. It is displayed at the top of the screen and directs you towards the nearest sin. The skull icon indicates the nearest sin, and the circle icon indicates other sin that are currently accessible. No. Ooh, what about here? Lurcher Crystals. Okay. These crystallized collection of spirits can be shattered in your journey to acquire the souls trapped within them. Once again, another mechanic that was in the Dark Souls. But I'm going to try and stop comparing the two games for now. But I do want to try and stop comparing it, but I can't. So keep an eye out for those orange glows, because those are items you can pick up. And when you use an item, there's a cooldown on it, so keep that in mind. Now, if I may say, I don't trust that Watcher, because if there's one thing we learned from the Watcher of the first game, they are scheming bastards. So I wouldn't trust them in my life.
I would be remiss in my duties if I didn't point out that even with the talisman, locating the other deadly sins will prove a challenge.
Finding Envy was easy enough.
That was a gift, one I would not count on receiving twice. Envy was also, by far, the weakest of the deadly sins.
Anything else to add?
Only what I assume you already know. The armies of both heaven and hell have cordoned off the world of man into various areas of influence. Look around us. The upheaval we have seen is the very personification of the struggle between order and chaos. You have set for yourself an unenviable task, given these environs.
That's what makes it fun. The other sins are hiding across this shattered world. They strike at angels and demons alike in their own selfish bids for power. Their hubris will lead me right to them.
Perhaps, but you will need assistance.
Whatever I need, I will take, Watcher.
Okay. Then more conversations. And, as you see at the top of the screen, we have a compass of sorts. The red skull icon is once again the location of one of the nearest deadly sin. Now, in regards to the deadly sins, according to the book written by Dante called the Inferno, and as many other books, there were supposed to be 9 deadly sins, not just 7. I'm not sure if this was taken out from the Bible and all that, well, this was just something that was put into the book written by Dante. If you want to know more about this subject, you can have a look at the game. I guess we're not going back that way. As I was saying, if you want references, you can look at the books, Inferno, Purgatory, Paradiso, or you can just look at the game Dante's Inferno, which I will not be doing a Let's Play of, sadly. Now these points here will be checkpoints to us, and we'll be meeting a very, very familiar face here. But we'll get to that
I knew
later.
that war would one day unleash all this. But seeing it... his gifts are impressive.
May I remind you, mistress, that you have no peer among your horsemen brethren.
Well, we already know the truth about that. War was not the one that caused all this. Abaddon did. If you want to see more info about that, check out my Let's Play of Darksiders 1. You'll know the truth. Now, I'm not sure if these cards are breakable, and they give odd items. I'll probably try again at a later time. Now, with a Fury's whip, it has quite a range to it, so you can do wide arc attacks. Just keep in mind that it's not the strongest of weapons. And Fury also has a different combination of attacks you can do. As you can clearly see, that one indicator we just saw is when there was an incoming enemy attack. So, keep your eyes open. I think that disables at one of the harder difficulties. I can't remember. Explore around here a bit, see what goodies we can find. Hello, ugly. Medium Lurcher clump. Okay, now, we can't access over there yet until later on. Now, I just want to quickly show off the combos here. So, if you press square, wait a sec, press it again, you can perform this combo real quickly. And if you hold square, you can actually do a wide area attack with this. It's less powerful, but quite effective when surrounded. Just give me 2 seconds. Yeah. So it's not too loud when I'm trying to talk. Should have done that before, sorry. Righty. Where to next? That's the real question, ain't it? And we've got all sorts of enemies. Ooh, look out. Didn't think I'd be that good. Now, sadly, you don't get access to a map in this game. Unlike the first 2 games. Oh. Then again, they were trying to copy this from Dark Souls, so I think they wanted to try to recreate the feeling as well. Okay, this blue wall here, it's actually something that you do later on in the game, so we're gonna have to wait. Now, I will be going back down there in a sec, but I just remembered that that actually leads to the next area, and I want to please find everything we can get our hands on first before we move on. And now that we got everything, let's get going. Ooh, tight squeeze. Oh boy. Not this time. Ow. I really remember hating these guys. Ow! Okay. Gonna need a certain weapon to get past that. Just keep in mind that the colors of certain objects will indicate what weapon or ability you'll need. Okay, so hitting objects does give you items. Good to know, good to know. Ooh. I recognize that creature down there, and I'm pretty sure you guys do too. I'm gonna avoid him for a second until I take out this mob. You son of a... Why can't I... Ugh, that was close. I'm debating on whether or not I should take that thing on. Because it is going to be tough, but... Nah, bugger it. This is all... You gotta look at it. Ugh. Gotta time my attacks. And get out of the way faster. Okay. That was a bit of a challenge, but we did it. It was a lot harder for me when I did it my first time around on the Apocalypse difficulty. Okay, so we got an enchantment. If you guys remember from the first game, these will be helpful. Okay, fortified enchantment. Enchantments can be socketed into a weapon from your weapon screen. By pressing the touchpad here, a socketed weapon will confer an active benefit to the weapon, and a passive benefit to Fury. Good to know. Okay, hollows will be explained later on in the game. And we already know about the Talisman of Sin. Okay, so this is some added info here. An emerald taken from Envy that bristles with an ancient magic allows the capture and imprisonment of the 7 deadly sins. Glows when a sin is nearby. There is almost nothing that the sins fear on this or any other plane of existence. They will spread their poisonous destruction as long as they are able, with no thought given to their own preservation. But there is one thing, something that strikes terror into their rotten hearts: captivity. I can't even pronounce that name, sorry. Okay, so from the weapon screen here, press triangle to select what weapon you want to equip. Okay, so physical and does 5% more with physical and arcade damage with this weapon, and plus 5 on health. I seek strength of heart and of arms. Okay, we have to hold it down. Now, this is something else we can't pass yet, not without a certain weapon. Now I say weapon, but it's called something else entirely. But I just rather call it weapons for now.
Perhaps there are human survivors.
Not my concern.
Thank you. Gonna have to be careful. They can jump out of us at any moment. That's a big tree.
It's impressive. But is it just me, or is it out of place here?
It is a maker tree. Most likely we will find refuge there.
The makers. We all know too well about them. Ow! Ugh. I don't think I'll be able to bust that purple thing open yet.
Aren't we making a mighty ruckus?
Says the demon who announces his ambush.
It was not my intention to do battle, Horsemen. Well, such a passionate little thing, aren't we?
Do not test my patience.
Very well. War is too hazardous an occupation for myself, Horseman. I am here in the name of blind capitalism. I am Volgrim, merchant of the damned, a trader who deals in souls for profit. Even in the face of the apocalypse, one must endeavor to earn a living.
And whose souls do you trade in?
Angel, demon, or even human. All souls have value to me. I've seen the trail of bodies you've left in your wake.
What would I require from you?
That depends. What are your needs?
Information. The 7 deadly sins.
Whispers on the wind say that the fabled horsemen are but pawns in a larger game. Victims of a grand setup.
What do you know?
I know that the first one's free. Call for me if you have souls to trade, and perhaps you will consider my wares valuable.
Volgrim's Pillar. Fury can feed collected souls to Volgrim to earn attribute points. Attribute points can be spent in Fury's character menu by pressing the touchpad. Volgrim has allowed you access to the serpent holes. This ancient network of pathways flow throughout the world and beyond, allowing fast travel between pillars. Yep, so as the first one we saw back there, this is where Volgrim will appear.
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
Now, souls can be used to either get attribute points or to buy wares off him.
This will be fun for both of us.
And we got well enough.
As you wish. Take your time.
Okay, so we got lots of stuff here. Collecting shards to replenish our health or wrath. The Havoc shard will allow us to feel for Fury's Havoc form, which is much like Death's Reaper form or War's Chaos form. Strength shards, which allows us to gain more strength for a certain amount of time, and increases our arcane ability here, which means we'll do more arcane damage, more defense. basically like a spark shield. Attack speed. Revive from a fatal strike, that's handy. Now across from here, we can't get access to those yet. Crystals. Okay, the Edgar Mark refunds all our attribute points. And specials. Ooh. We can buy health lurchers from him, and Jubilation Cord. Ah, this stone is very special. This stone automatically increases the amount of health restored by Netherlands Respawn by 75. Good to know. Unfocused Rage is another enchantment. I am not interested in reason. And we got Unfocused Leviathan. Do you ask Sibylline to he who hath slain me, I will aid you for a time. So, we're gonna need to save up a lot to get this stuff. Now we can sell consumables or ingredients here.
As you wish.
Let's get him.
Fulgrim and his demon tongue. They live to confound and feed up the scraps of a world they helped destroy.
Indeed they do.
But despite his thirst for souls, Fulgrim may be a useful tool on this journey.
Indeed. Okay. Now, I'll be saving much of these for later on, just in case I need them for something. Ah, shut up. No, you don't. Thanks for the healing shot. Hey, ugly. Careful not to fall off the edge. Can't get through here yet. We need to burn down these webs. They've really done a good job with creating the world here.
The length these roots have grown. They seem to have taken over everything.
Indeed, mistress.
Ugh. Yeah, this one is definitely different from the Watcher from Darksiders 1. Mainly because he had a leash on the wall, while this one here prefers to grovel. But who knows? Now keep in mind, we can only hold up to two uses of the Netherlands Respite at a time. But as we play throughout the game, we can actually find items which allows us to increase how many times we can use it. Okay, that gust of wind there is we don't have the ability for that yet either. So, later date. But now we just need to follow the indicator of where the next sin is. That up there is very useful. I just can't remember what it is. I think it gives a ton of souls or something else. We'll find out in a bit. $99. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it pretty much just gives us a ton, quite a few souls. Now, I won't be out of reach over there yet. Not without the right ability. So, up the tree we go. Shut up.
I'm curious as to who remains here, if anyone.
Well, Vulcan's here, that's for sure. Also, the Horseman icon that appeared, that means your progress has been saved. Yep, this is definitely Maker's. Humans.
Behind me, wee ones! Let me tend to our uninvited guests. A horseman?
Fury, currently reserving the right to kill you where you stand. And you are?
Surprised, and more than a little relieved. Call me Ulthane Blackhammer.
So you'll not be flattening me today?
A maker, are you not?
Aye, when there's something to make. Today, my skills are only aimed towards instruments of death.
This is not your war.
No, not theirs neither. Like your council, I care for balance, Horsemen. Humans, frail as they be, are part of the balance. Surely you're here to help protect them.
Wrong question.
A tribe of useless, hairless simians whose greatest talent was inventing ingenious new ways to divide and destroy one another. They could suffer forever or die tomorrow, and I wouldn't bat an eye either way.
And what is your business here?
What do they call you?
Jones.
Jones. Question me again with your last breath.
Look around. Look what's happened here. Do you honestly think anything scares me now?
Easy, lad. This one's none for trifles.
Yeah? What do I have to lose? This moronic conflict makes you all look so stupid. Angel, demon, horseman, even maker. What are you even fighting for, huh? Tell me!
I like this one. You may continue breathing, Jones.
Horsemen, please. To have you on our side would turn the tide in ways we cannot measure. Humanity might stand a chance.
While my mission does involve balance, it does not require them. I am here to root out the 7 deadly sins and return them to the Council. No less, no more.
What if I can help you? That bit of chain you carry could use some work.
I sincerely doubt that. I'm faring quite well without any help.
Of course. But in case you missed the moniker, I am a maker who specializes in instruments of destruction, chaos, and the deliverance of pain. So it stands to reason that we little Ulthane could enhance your arsenal if your horsemanship would give me the chance.
In exchange for?
Humanity will not survive without aid. If you come across any humans on your journey, please direct them here. Haven is the only place they might be sufficiently protected.
Direct them? How do you expect the apes to cross a battlefield and find you?
Oh, I don't. They'll need this. The bridge. Only humans can use it. One touch, they're sent to Haven.
Must I touch them? I accept your offer, Maker. Though I doubt it will make your collection any less useless.
We have a non-deal, then. As a show of good faith, a gift. Wrath.
Where?
You seek a pit of hellstretch set in the nether, beneath the city. And please, horsemen.
Yes, yes. I will shepherd the wee ones your way, pointless as it may be.
We'll see. And remember, Fury, the doors of Haven stand open to any who ask.
Okay, first of all, Joan has got some real cojones standing up to one of the Horsemen, especially one with a very short fuse like Fury here. And second, good to see Ulfane again. So this is pretty much what he was doing before he met War. So, the Bridgestone, an enchanted stone etched with an ancient maker magic. It allows the instrumentalist transportation of any human directly to Haven. So again, if we find any humans, we use this to send them back. This is a bit of a collectible quest in here, even though it doesn't show. But there are 20 humans throughout the game. If you find them all, it's not without benefit either. And we've got a couple of makers here too. How come we didn't see them in the first game?
Without Ulfane, I don't know if any of them would have made it out.
And just what is Ulfane trying to work on here? That's a good question, ain't it? But anyway, that is going to be it for today's episode. In truth, I was actually debating whether or not to play this, God of War, or Kingdom Hearts. I'm glad I chose this. It's a fun game to play. And it's actually good to revisit the story, given the fact that I've already done the other two. So it'll be good to finish the saga for now. And I may do Darksiders Genesis, but that is a big, big maybe. Gonna have to see if I can call my friend into playing it with me, because it is a two-player after all. Though I heard it wasn't any good, but might as well have a look anyway. But anyway, I rambled on enough. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to hit that like button. Also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Show your support for the channel. I would really appreciate that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to cook some dinner, so thank you all good, and I hope you all have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Drive safely out there, people. Bye-bye, and take care.